Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I have your resume here. And so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I am a recent graduate from Harrisburg Area Community College.
Okay.
I also have a background in dental assisting. I worked as an assistant for about 2 years,
Okay.
and it was at an endodontic practice. And I live in Red Lion, and I have a fiance, and just like being outdoors, and I love snowboarding in the wintertime. I like baking.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm Dr. Hobson. I'll tell you a little bit about the practice.
Okay.
We've been in practice for 20 years here. I run the business along with another doctor, Dr. Weston, and we've been in practice here together for 20 years. And we have a great staff here, so we'll get to know you and see how
Okay.
you fit in here. Okay, let me see. Have you ever had any experience working with kids?
I have. In school, we would work with the Head Start programs, and that would basically be once a week. We would just see kids, maybe like 1 to 2 kids each time, but we definitely saw them throughout the program. I also, when I was working at York Endodontics, it wasn't really, like not a lot of kids needed root canals, but there were a few that came along.
Okay.
So I do.
Okay.
They're cute.
Okay. So why did you decide to be a hygienist?
Well, I love to help people. I love, now that I know so much about oral hygiene and preventative care, I love to educate people to help with their oral health, and I just want people to have clean teeth and healthy oral cavity. So if they're happy, then I'm happy.
Oh, great. All right. That's a great answer. Okay. Tell me one thing you think you would like about the job and one thing you wouldn't like.
Well, I would definitely, once again, love to educate people with their oral health, help people make them feel good about themselves when they have clean teeth, and just, help them get to know the proper way to take care of their mouth.
Okay.
Also, one thing that I don't think I would like, I know everybody's always on a schedule, so I feel like I always want more time to help educate people with having healthy teeth.
Oh, great, great, yeah. We do try to educate the patients, our clients here, so that's a great answer. I like that. And I do wish we could give more time, but
Yeah, I know how that
unfortunately,
goes.
we try to do as much as we can in the time that we have allotted for the patients. Okay, so just coming out of school, then, how do you think that you will fit into our office?
Well, with school, they were up to date with all the technologies. We learned how to use the computer, different softwares. We've learned how to use the digital x-rays, also using the PSP plates, and with going through rotations, I've learned how to use different ways to scan in the PSP plates. So I think that I have a well-rounded education about the state-of-the-art technologies. Also, the education at HAC is really good, so I think that I would be.
Oh, yeah, we've had some people come from HAC and we've done really well here, so it's good to know. Okay, how would your last employer describe you?
I think that they would definitely say that I was responsible, dependable, punctual, I'm always on time, I'm like a stickler about that, hardworking, easygoing, probably, I'm usually laid back and I can get along with everybody well.
Okay, great. Let's see. What do you think some of your strengths and some of your weaknesses are?
Well, some of my strengths are that I get along well with others. I can educate the patients well, and I'm dependable. I always have a positive outlook and attitude towards everything. And maybe a weakness is that I might be a little slower because I just graduated out of school, and I don't really know how the whole scheduling will go, and I just want to make sure that I don't fall behind in scheduling.
Okay, that's understandable.
But I think,
understandable.
with practice, makes perfect.
And what is your ideal work environment?
Well, I would love to have everybody work together well, have a positive atmosphere, and just a friendly environment, because I think with everybody working together well, everything will always work out better, and especially the communication. I think communication definitely is to be better.
Great. Okay. Do you work better in a group or as individually? You think?
I think I work well with both. I like to work and get others' input um, when it's available, and then I like to also work by myself as well. So I think
Okay.
I work well with both.
Okay. Great. And how well do you handle criticism?
Overall, I think I handle it pretty well. I'm always out open for any type of suggestions, or if I'm doing something wrong and I don't know it, I definitely would like to be told.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I handle it well.
Okay. And how do you think you would deal with, say, a non-compliant patient that's like you're having maybe a rough time with? Because we unfortunately do run into some patients that, are a little difficult and we have to, use our skills to deal with that. So how do you think you would deal with that?
Well, I definitely know to always keep calm, keep a collective composure, kind of be apologetic if they're upset, and just try to solve the problem with everybody being happy. I know it's easier said than done, but I think the key is to just make sure that they understand that they're upset. So.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. And why should we choose you for this position?
Well, I do have a lot of education and knowledge with just coming out of school. I think that I know a good amount of the state-of-the-art technologies that are now out. I have a positive attitude towards everything. I'm a team player, and I'm just really eager to get a job. And I think I would just be a good candidate.
Great. Those are great answers. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a list here,
Okay.
just so I wouldn't forget. I think one of the big things that just going through school and that all my other classmates were worried about were how long do you give for an adult prophy or SRP, and also for children.
Okay. Yeah, we normally schedule our kids about 45 to 50 minutes. And that's usually plenty of time to, educate, give them a little bit of education, and get done what they need to do, and maybe answer some questions that parents may have. For adults, we usually give maybe 15 minutes to an hour, and that seems to work pretty good. SRP, depending on the patient, we usually give about an hour per quad. So that's usually how we schedule. And then everybody else has, like, if you have something difficult, we have maybe, we schedule as needed around the patient. And, maybe they have some issues and it takes them time to get settled. And so we deal with it that way.
And then also along with the SRP, normally they require anesthesia. I do have my anesthesia permit, and I don't know what your policy is towards administering anesthesia.
We would allow you to do that. We don't have a whole lot of patients that use anesthesia here at the office, but if that should come up, then we don't see a problem that the hygienists give their patient anesthesia.
Okay.
About that.
Okay. And then I was wondering if you do performance evaluations, how often you do it, and how you might conduct them.
We do them yearly, and it's usually just based on the checklist that we go through, and we bring you in like a conference and go over your performance for the year, and we discuss, any changes that, you'd like to make or we'd like to make,
Okay.
and we go through it like that.
Do you allow, if I were to get called back, do you allow working interviews?
We have not done that, but we can certainly, that's a possibility. I'm sure we could work around that and see if you would like to do that. That would be fine.
Okay. And then what happens if there were, God forbid, to be downtime?
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of downtime, but normally we would just like do other things like any
Like sharpening?
sharpening, yeah, any sterilization things that need to be done, maybe scheduling, things like that. So there's always something to do around the office. So
Would I be like, I know some offices like to send home their employees.
we haven't really had to send people home unless like the weather's really bad. Like the weather's been really bad this year, so we have had days where we maybe let some people go, but you know, it's up. It's usually their choice if they want to go. But for the most part, there's usually something to do in the office. So
Okay. And then, do you have an idea of when you will be making a decision of who may, I don't know if you're interviewing other people.
yeah, I have some more people to interview in the next week or so. So hopefully by the end of the next 2 weeks, I should be making my decision.
And will you be like calling everyone or emailing?
I probably will send a letter out,
Okay.
saying, you know, one way or the other what we chose to do.
Okay.
So,
All right. And I think those were all my questions.
okay. And is that your
Oh,
portfolio?
yep. This is my portfolio that I had
Okay.
throughout school.
All right, so I will take a look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very
It's
much.
nice
It's very
to-
nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.